Welcome back. It's season 8, and we are celebrating and having lots of fun on this season 8, my favorite number, of the Empowered by Design podcast. I am your host, Dr. Liz. We have lots of fun in store for you today. I'm so excited to be doing something brand new for the podcast, and stay tuned. Okay, maybe Angie sent me a good luck heart. I think she did. Yes, she did. Heart, 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 good luck from Angie. Thank you, Angie. Hello, 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 and welcome. I am so glad to be back with you for the Empowered by Design podcast and for season 8. If you have been here before, then you know how much I love the number 8. My birthday is on July 8th, and lots of 8s are special to me. Already you're going to hear me moving around, and this is what happens when I'm recording a podcast. There are some new things, so I'm getting used to some new spatial things this season. But we are going to have a very fun 808 episode. 808 is a special number to me. It's my angel number, one of them. One of my angel numbers that came to me a few years ago at a really exciting and fun time of creativity and growth in my business. And since then, it's just been so much fun to be on this journey with you, with others, with lots of fun new people that I've met along the way. And I'm so excited to be back and celebrating on 808. So for the past couple of seasons, we've done an 808 special welcome back episode to begin the fall season. This is the 8th season. I'm so excited, and I love celebrating, as you know. If you don't know, if this is potentially the first time you've ever been here, welcome. I am so glad to have you here and excited to take you on this very fun adventure of season 8. I can't start season 8 without going back a bit to talk about where we were in season 7 and to look ahead, of course, throughout this beautiful season that we are embarking upon today. So at the end of season 7, we wrapped up with the Dream Design Deliver formula, which is our signature formula here that helps us to reflect and attend and vision and celebrate the things that are important to us, the things we're looking forward to in life, noticing what's happening right now in this moment, and spending some time looking back, reflecting back on how far we've come, starting with celebrations, things that have been going well, things that we're loving to celebrate. And so we did that in the very last episode of season 7, and we really spend a lot of time in the dream phase, reflecting and attending and looking back over season 7. And I briefly went through the design and deliver phases to say, come back in season 8 and we'll do more of this. And so I am going to pick up there to just be excited about what's happening right now, tell you a few new things. I decided after my many episodes recording with Angie Alchemist, who you know if you've been here before or anywhere around me, then you also know Angie. We have had so much fun collaborating together on the podcast and on projects and just becoming fantastic friends. I'm not loving wearing these glasses. But because I'm seeing a reflection every time I move, because now in season 7, the first season that we did recording video as well as audio for the podcast. So that began in season 7 with Angie, when Angie was using the platform that she used for her podcast, and she would record, and then together we would get it together to get it up on YouTube, and she would send it to me. And I just loved the quality of her recordings so much that I decided to try out Riverside myself. I had been using Zoom just because that's what we were all using to do anything since 2020 and beyond. And so I was using Zoom whenever I was recording a podcast that was also in video. So if I was doing video recordings with guests that were coming through on a link, I was using Zoom. So this season, we're going to try something different. And thankfully, I have Angie, who already knows all about Riverside, to help me do that. So just bear with me. I'm putting that out there so that you know if there's any hiccups along the way as we're going and you hear things banging. If you're not watching on video, that's okay. You can listen as well. If you hear things banging along the way and making noises, I'm just getting used to the new setup here. And I'm not sure if this will be the setup next week or the following, but for now, this is what we're going with, and I'm going to see how it works. I'm in my office space recording, and because of the plan for today, I'm sitting on the floor on a pillow and a blanket, so I'm comfy. And I'm sitting at my table so that I have space in front of me, because we, of course, are going to be doing some card pulling today. Yay! I'm so excited for that. And we're going to get to that. And we're going to be doing some fun refresh of the 808 angel number. So I'm going to share that with you. And as we do that, I'm going to just outline the plan for the upcoming season and give you some things to look forward to. So before we get started, I want to just kind of invite you to take a breath and come to your center. You can even close your eyes as long as you're not driving, and just check in with yourself. We will start with an energy inventory, as we have many, many times in the past, to reflect and identify, attune into the aspects of your awareness: body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit. So what are you feeling physically? What's tension, pressure, excitement, butterflies, pain, pleasure that might be going on in your body? Sensations that you can feel with your skin and all the other aspects of your sensory awareness. What's happening in your mind? What are some thoughts and ideas that you're carrying with you today? Sometimes looping. And just notice them. Notice them without judgment. Notice your emotional energy, any feelings, emotions that you're experiencing today. And again, notice without judgment. What are you bringing with you, carrying with you in your soul, your identity, that source of who you are, that passion, that purpose that resides within your soul? Your beliefs, your values. Ooh, anybody whose soul is with you today. Love it. And that leads us right into spirit. Checking in with your spiritual body, your spiritual aura, your energy within your body. You can run through the chakra system, the crown, the third eye, the throat, the heart chakra, your solar plexus, your sacral chakra, and your root chakra. If you're not sure about those, don't worry, we'll come back and talk about them in more detail in the future. I'll link a previous episode that we talk about them in more detail. Your spiritual energy, what you're carrying with you within, and that which extends beyond your physical body, connecting you with yourself, your soul's purpose, your body and your emotions and all of your own processes, and also connecting you with others, other people, other beings, other realms, other spirits and other souls here in this universe, in this world and beyond. We love doing those energy inventories, so you can When you feel ready, you can open your eyes if you close them. I'm excited today for the new intro that you heard. I was excited to really focus my focus. If you know me, then you know that I can be quite full of ideas and energy, and sometimes they're scattered, and sometimes they're all over the place, and sometimes they're overwhelming, exciting, exhilarating. And one of the things that I love about the people who love me is that they also support me in helping me focus. So Angie also helped me come up with, or just gave me feedback on what helped me create the new intro for this season. So thank you, Angie. Another shout out. I have lots of shout outs for Angie. And so, as you know, I'm a love and relationship specialist, and I am excited to be focusing on that in my podcast, in my work. You know that I love love. Here at Visionistas by Design, we love love. We lead with love. And for me personally and professionally, love is it. Love is it. Love is it. And it's not always all you need. Believe me, I have some very strong opinions on that. But we need it. We need it at the foundation. And so I'm so excited to tell you about what we are going to do today. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to read angel numbers from the Angel Numbers book 808. We'll get to that in just a few moments. I turned almost right to the page. I turned to page 229, which is the page before 808. I'm going to put that down. Ooh, I got a little closer to the microphone and then you could hear me better. Yeah, see, we're playing around with that. Maybe I will move that a bit. That's a little bit. I could hear it in my own space. And these chords. Yep. Like I said, bear with me, please, as we start this new season and my new placement of everything. So we're going to be reading 808, Rejoice, which we did. We have done that before, and what I love about angel numbers and all of the things that we use, all of the tools and strategies that we use here, card pools, whatever deck that is, our dreams, our visions, our conversations, our experiences, our beliefs, all of the content that we use in our life to make meaning, to find inspiration, to illuminate what might be lying below the surface of our conscious awareness. There's so many tools out there. And when we do that, we know that they have meaning for themselves right now in this space. We make meaning right now in our time and our energy of this moment. And we make meaning by incorporating things from the past. Because although we don't want to get stuck there and focus and with too much stress and energy that looks backwards, such that you're not moving forward. But the past is so important. The past that we know of, the past that may be, again, under that conscious level of awareness. And we look to the future. We know that these things have meaning now and beyond. And so I always invite, whenever I do a card pool, I invite people to take a picture of the card and even the book or the angel number that we're talking about, so that they can know what it means now, use it, make meaning of it, and then come back to it in the future. Because the meaning, the beauty of the meaning, the depth of the meaning tends to unfold over time. And it's so much fun. So we are going to be doing that. And my fun plan that came to me as an idea for the season 8 podcast is, I'm so excited to tell you, dun, 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 dun. We are going to be using my favorite deck, the Wild Unknown Archetypes Deck and Guidebook by Kim Krans, to organize and structure this season. So, as you know, sometimes I love structure. I need it. It's helpful. We we need structure. We love routine. We love a plan. And sometimes we don't. Sometimes we love spontaneity and surprises. And I love both. I love to be able to sit in the gray. When I go into a season without a structure, sometimes it can feel a little bit lackluster, or when I don't have some kind of a loose plan. Sometimes it's great. I just fly with it, and that's wonderful. And sometimes it's like, oh, what are we doing? What's the plan? So I don't know if you resonate with me at all on that, but a lot of times it's fun to find your happy medium, find that sweet spot in the middle. So because I love some fun surprises, and I do value structure and having a plan in some cases of my life, we are going to use the deck today. So I'm going to start opening it up. Look at this beauty, and I'll tell you about it. Even if you've heard the story, listen again, because it's so wonderful and so meaningful to me, the story of this deck. We are going to pull 8 cards today. 8 cards. Oh! And those 8 cards I will reveal to you today. I will reveal each of the cards today. We'll make a little bit of meaning about what they mean for us today, all 8 of them. And then throughout the season, look at this beauty. This is the circle deck and the circle box that they come in. Gems and jewels everywhere. We will come back and devote specific episodes to each of the 8 cards that we pull. Oh, I'm so excited. So before I start talking about this deck and why it's special and why it's meaningful and what it can mean for you, I am lighting my candle, Trust the Universe. Yeah, this baby is still going. I keep thinking like, oh, it's going to burn out soon. I'm going to need to find another one, but has not yet. And I have my little manifesting magic sticker there. So I love to use this candle and bring this beautiful illuminating energy to our space. I am going to move the book underneath. So I have a little shelf here under my table. That's nice. I have my rose quartz crystal with us today. Everything that we talk about here comes from a place of light and love. And let's start with the angel numbers, and then I'll get into the cards. All right. Angel number 808. This is from the book, The Angel Numbers book, How to Understand the Messages Your Spirit Guides Are Sending You by Mystic Michaela. I got this book at the Comfy Cozy Apothecary on Main Street in Nazareth. My friend Jenny owns that. And you can find her on Instagram. You can find her her website, Comfy Cozy Apothecary. And she has amazing stuff there. Even if you don't live in the area, she does secret fun boxes that she sends out. Love it. Okay, so this is where I got the book. 808, Rejoice. The foundation for your future is here. The angels celebrate you. You are self-aware and focused on personal growth. The road has not always been easy, but you took control of your response to it. The habits you've formed are foundational for your future. Ooh. Do something special for yourself today in celebration of all you've accomplished. Oh, I love, love, love that. Yes, that is 808, Rejoice, rejoice. So, what does that mean to you? I invite you to take some time, reflect on that message, switch up my position a little bit. My legs are falling asleep under the table. I love this celebration. The angels are celebrating us. We are self-aware. If you are here, then you pursue self-awareness. You understand the meaning and the glorious magic and power in personal growth. Our roads have not always been easy. Of course. Of course they have not. That is not what life promises us. It does not promise us an easy road, but it does promise us the hope, faith, and joy that we find in those special, beautiful moments along the way, and celebrate them. Celebrate! So that is the message here today, is to celebrate, do something special. One of the sentences that jumped out for me is, the habits you've formed are foundational for your future. I've been listening to the book Atomic Habits on Audible, so that's fun for me to see that word habits jumped out at me in a way this time that it did not last time I read that to all of us. And that's really important, is to recognize that our behaviors can become automatic, habitual. And sometimes that's great if they're fantastic and wonderful habits and wonderful actions and behaviors in line with our goals, our values, our mission, our vision. And then if they're not, it takes some time and energy to evaluate and redesign. So when we talk about the Dream Design Deliver formula, the phase after we reflect and attend and envision what we're working on and how we're feeling, when we do that in inventory of our energy, we then look to design the plan to get to where we want to be. What resources do we have? What resources do we need? What hurdles might come and get in the way? And when we're thinking about that in the span of habits, we recognize that habits come from automation, right? Like we do this. Why do we do this? Oh, just it's because what we've always done. They can also come from programming in our brains that has happened throughout our life, and the neural pathways that have been shaped and formed from the time we were born, and even before we were born, when we were growing, before birth and forming. And so it's an important aspect to recognize and create the plan that you want to work on. So we're doing that today. The plan is here, and we are working towards the vision of fun and celebration and illumination for this season 8 together. As we talk about these things, I invite you to also call into your mind, what is something that you are looking to celebrate, to accomplish in a goal-directed way, in line with your values, your mission, and your vision. And so then the third phase in the Dream Design Deliver formula is that deliver. So where you then align your actions and your energy with your values, your mission, and your vision. So where that comes from in the habit way is we have to sometimes really take the time to pause, reflect, and look at our behaviors and say, are these the behaviors that are in line with my values, my mission, and my vision, right? We can judge, we can evaluate, and that's part of the process, but not the first part. It's not always the first part, right? It's just tuning in and reflecting before we jump to the judgment and the evaluation. And so I invite you, as we go through all of these, we'll always be coming back to the Dream Design Deliver formula, whether explicitly or implicitly. We do that here because it is a structure that helps me. It is a structure that I created because based on my education, I didn't make it up, right? These are elements that I have taken from different aspects of my training, my life, my journey, and incorporated into the formula that makes sense for me. And I hope that makes sense for you as well. And you can check out more of that in season 1, episode 4. I will link that in the show notes, but that will give you much more detail on the Dream Design Deliver formula. Okay. So we are getting into the fun. Well, it's all been fun for me so far. I hope it's as fun for you as it is for me. But I'm going to get ready to draw our cards. So I'm going to start shuffling them and tell you a little bit about the Wild Unknown Archetypes Deck and guidebook. So archetypes are very psychologically rooted and spiritually informed. They transcend time, space, culture, and they have meaning in themselves. So these are people, places, figures, tools, concepts in our life, in our universe, in our awareness. And they have meaning inherent in themselves. And then they have meaning that you use to make meaning as it applies to you in your life, here and now in this moment, reflecting back on where you've come from, your identity, your beliefs, your culture, your family values, and as it helps and informs you on your journey ahead to your vision. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. This is something that's very similar to what we call projectives in psychology. So if you've ever heard of the Rorschach test, a projective test where you can look at something, and you might see these on social media, right? Like, what's the first thing you see? Is it an elephant, a bird, or a tree? Right? Or do you see pink and aqua, or do you see whatever? Right? These are projective measures, projective tests. And it means that two people can look at the exact same thing and project their own sense of meaning on it. Project, see, sense, perceive, believe that it has meaning according to all of those things that we talked about: your beliefs, your identity, your experiences, where you've come from, where you are now, where you are going. And so, I just love, love, love to be with you in this space. And as we get ready to do the 8 card pool, I'm going to, again, just kind of invite you to take a breath, check in with yourself, and as you shake out your shoulders and come to center, I invite you to call into your mind something that you would like clarity, direction, celebration, information, inspiration on today and over the next few months. So we will spread out these 8 episodes, these 8 cards over this season. And so we're beginning now today, and the power is that we invest time and energy today, knowing that it will unfold, illuminate, bring us magic over the course of time. And this time that we are looking at focusing on today is this season 8 of the Empowered by Design podcast. I'm spreading out the cards, and if you don't have something right now, I invite you to pause and think a little bit more about it. Allow your intuition to be present and guide you. I'm spreading these out in a circle. This is very exciting. I've never done an 8 card pool draw before, and so I want to make sure that I am being very intentional about spreading these cards out. I think I'm gonna snap a photo. Hold on. Oh, I was looking for my phone, yes. So you can follow along on Instagram at Dr. Liz, but I'm gonna show there we go. And I am closing my eyes now to allow my energy, my intuition, to guide us in the shared pooling of cards for season 8. Got one. Oh, okay. I love how they come to me. It's like, it's a light. It's an area of my mind. That's, oh my gosh, I love this. This is so fun. There's one sticking out right here that wanted to be called. I know I'm whispering. It's because, like, it's sacred. It's okay. Sometimes they pop right up, like, oh, there it is, there it is. And then other times it's like, okay, take another pause. How many did I grab? Let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more to go. Okay. Send me your energy. Okay. Number 7 and dun 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 dun. Number 8. Right there. Okay. Got it. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. Okay, so I'm going to flip over the card. I will show it to you if you're watching on video. If not, you can again go look it up on YouTube at my channel, Dr. Liz, or you can follow me on Instagram and I will snap a few photos of the pictures to have there. So I'm putting the other cards back in their spot. Okay. And I am going to reveal them from the bottom. So as they were drawn, 1 through 8, I will reveal the card, I will read it, I will read the number, and we'll go from there. The first card drawn, Eros. So I guess it's a little bit backwards it's like a mirror, okay, on the computer. That is number 71. To me, the card it is white and black. Those are the only colors on the card. It is a mouth with a diamond loosely perched in the lips in the middle of the card. There are I want to say like a spray of circles, dots surrounding that image of the mouth and spreading outward like a starlight. Oh, love it. Number 71, Eros, is our first card. Our next card, dun 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 dun, the Crone. Oh my God, I love this. This one reminds me of my sister-in-law, Erin, because of the bird, because when we do card pools, inevitably she gets the card, the crone, or a black bird of some sort. Number 13 is also one of her numbers. So this, as I'm saying those things, that those are elements that are on the card. There is a hand outstretched holding a black bird. Underneath the hand is hanging what looks to be a copper coin with the Star of David on it, surrounded by dark blue, violet, indigo, cloudy puffs of, I would say, like elucent shapes. The background is mostly gray with swirls of blacks and whites and flowers, what looks to be flowers. I love this so much. I love it, love it, love it. Other than okay. I was going to say, other than I do that often. I start a sentence and I get, and I'm like, oh, wait. I didn't have a plan of how much I was going to share about what these cards mean to me right now, but we'll keep going. But the Crone, I will, because I want to say that the Crone is a very special card in the trifecta of women, the maiden, the mother, and the crone, in that sometimes in our culture, not sometimes, there is an emphasis on youth and the beauty of youth. And as we age, especially women, there's this energy of like, ugh, I don't want to age. I don't like aging. And what the Crone card has taught me and teaches us as a collective is to embrace the wisdom and the gifts that come as we traverse through this world, through this life, through this journey, spiritual, physical, and to embrace those precious things that come to us as we grow, as we heal, as we fly, as we shine. And that is a special part of the Crone card for me. So I'm going to put my rose quartz crystal in the middle as I'm making a circle with the cards. The third card, the Judge. Love it. I cannot wait. I am so excited for today, and I am so excited as we go through this season to make meaning of these cards and in our life now and in the future along the way. The Judge is card number 14. It is split into 4 quadrants, and the top right quadrant has a hand. You can't really see if it looks like a hand that's just as if someone would hold up their hand to either say stop or pause, or sometimes when people are praying, they raise their hand with the fingers together, just outstretched. The quadrant under that's top right. So bottom right is, and it's against a black background. The bottom right is a white background with diagonal black stripes across it. So going in a diagonal on the card. And in the upper right-hand corner is a picture of a skull, half of a face skull. The bottom left is another hand outstretched. The background is black. This hand is outstretched, like cupped, kind of offering and or receiving in that gesture of lending a hand, accepting a gift. Sometimes, like when we do this, we kind of spread our hand to reveal something, like Vanna White on Wheel of Fortune. And in the top left corner of the Judge card is a white background with a beautiful yellow orb in the middle. Within the center of that yellowy orange gradient color orb is an eye. To me, it looks like an eye of an animal, a wolf potentially. The Judge. And we talked about judgment before we started the card pool and how it's helpful to have, of course, judges and judgment and evaluation. And it can also be helpful to reserve judgment and to just attend and notice. Number 4 is the Pilgrim. Ooh, look at that beauty. Full of color. Number 20. This card is, yes, like I said, full of color. There is reds and pinks and yellows and oranges and blues and turquoise. Of course, there's gray, white, and black. There is an eye in the center. Above the eye is a hands in a what looks to be prayer or just reverent position, clasped together. What looks to be at the chest or some part of the body with a string of beads also coming down to see the hand. The bottom underneath the eye on this card is a human eye. That's what it looks like to me. There is a mountain, a beautiful peak, a mountain peak. And there are what looks to be at the top. It's black and white. This is the only real kind of the aspect of the card that is not with color. The eye is also not with color, but it's primarily black with some what looks to be snow-capped pieces on this mountain. The Pilgrim, when we think of a pilgrimage, we think of a journey, right? And that is very much applicable to us and what we are talking about here in this podcast, in our journey. Yes. Okay. Card number 5. I just was grabbing my book. If you saw me and you're like, what is she doing? I was just making sure that the book is here. Okay. Number 5. This is so fun. The tear. We cry here. We cry here. That's one of our slogans at Visionistas, is that we cry here. We cry here, we laugh here, we love here. This is card 52. And the thing that draws my eye is the eye. There's an eye and in the top half of the card in the center. Beautiful. It's a beautiful bluish green eye within a beautiful shape. I can't even, nothing is coming to mind of what that looks like to me. It looks like almost like a shell of sorts, but just a beautiful, I'm holding it further away. I do have my glasses on. It's a beautiful shape that the eye is resting in. And from the bottom, there is a tear, what looks to be a tear. It's an emerald tear. Within the emerald is a golden tear-shaped gem as well. So we have this beautiful aspect of glimmer, precious gems and jewels that aren't our tears precious, aren't they? They hold so much, our tears. The colors on this card are gorgeous. There's aqua, there's violet, there's lavender, purple, and magenta. Love those colors. love. And it does have the aspect of just this kind of pouring out, pouring down, like our tears do. Tears can be happy. Tears can be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm looking at my circle to make sure I have. Okay, so it's going to be, interestingly, I don't know how I'm making the shape like a pizza pie, but yeah. Okay, let's do that. All right, we'll just see how it goes. It doesn't have to be perfect, Elizabeth. The tear, love it. Okay. Number 6. The empty room. The empty room. Love it. This is card 42. Card number 42, the empty room, is primarily black and gray. If you remember geometry class, there are lines that in the center are a rectangle, and then coming out of that in a way that makes it look like you are walking into an empty room if you look at it from this angle. And within the empty room are stars of blue. Stars surrounded by blue. Although primarily black and white, there are shapes and swirls and sparks of light on this card. The empty room. The empty room sometimes can feel scary, sometimes can feel like peace and sanctuary, full of possibility, promise, hope. A palette for creativity for you to craft your next chapter. Ooh, with promise and love. Love, love, love. Okay, number 7. The animal. Dun, dun, dun. The animal. I love this. I love this. This mixture of beings and people and places and concepts. The animal. So this card is number 19. In the center is the eye of an animal. And what looks to be like a drawn fur, like a drawn on fur, coming out from the eye socket. And above and around the 3/4 top part of the eye are nature, things of nature, branches and braids of grass and flowers and maybe even a little worm. The animal within its element of the wild. Oh, the wild. Love it, love it, love it. This card is mostly black and white, except for the light blue ring of the animal's eye. We all have an aspect of the animal within us. We love animals here. We love animals here, how they teach us, how they love us without judgment. Right? They just love us. We love them, they love us. And there's something wild and exciting and ferocious about the animal card. I cannot wait to see how we make meaning of these cards. This is the last number 8 card for our draw today. The womb. Oh my gosh, I love this, love this, love this so very much. This is our last card, card number 8. It's going right next to card number 1 at the top of our circle. So I went around in a clockwise order. And this will be right next to Eros, meaning love. Love. Of course, that was our card number 1. Number 46. Number 46, the womb. This is a colorful card full of reds and oranges, yellow, purple, magenta, and a white upside down triangle, the shape of the womb, right, that we think about. In the center is a pearl, a beautiful pearl, couched in a black and white, what looks to be a beautiful nest of sorts. The womb, the birthplace of life, the place of giving life, the housing of promise and new beginnings. Oh, I love that. We cry here. The womb right next to our card number 1, that is love. Our card number 1, that is love. Love. I can't make this up for you. I cannot make this up for us. Love, love, love. And there we have it. I am going to take another picture for social. And we are going to come back to make meaning of each one of these cards for us in our lives, in our journey. Eros, the Crone, the Judge, the Pilgrim, the Tear, the Empty Room, the Animal, the Womb. I love the order. There is meaning in the cards. There is meaning of them together. There is meaning of them in the way they were drawn. I believe that. If you don't, that's okay, but I do. And you're here, so hang around, stick around, and we are going to do this thing together. Love, wisdom, beauty in the journey, in the growing, in the aging, the Judge and evaluating, giving and receiving, making meaning, making proclamation, the Pilgrim who is on a journey for discovery and growth and meaning, not only for the destination, but for the journey. And those that you encounter along the way, those things, those people, those things that you collect, those things that are going to be collected above and beyond your present moment. The Tear. Tears are beautiful. They carry so much energy. They are a release. They are joy. They are sorrow. They are excitement. They are full of what comes from within us and overwhelmingly spills out to release, to emote, to connect us with other people. The Empty Room. We enter into the empty room for contemplation, for solace, for rest and respite and meaning and hope and new beginnings. We tune into the animal, that primal part of us that helps us to be fierce in our resolve, to set boundaries, to go after what we want, to do it with strength and drive and love and gentleness at times, balancing those aspects of animal within us. And the womb, back to love with the womb and new beginnings and promise and hope and love from a mother energy, from a new birth energy. What meaning are you making with these cards for you today? I am so excited to be doing this and to come back to each one of these. This season will be full of fun, and I will have guest episodes. We'll be talking all about love and relationships, and I have some fun people lined up who are going to be joining us as guests on the podcast. Stay tuned for this beautiful, amazing Season 8 of the Empowered by Design podcast. I will also be putting information about these cards in my email list. So if you are not already receiving emails from me, get on the email list. I send lots of fun information about love and relationships, about our illumination circles, about our gratitude gatherings, all of the things that we do here at Visionistas. I tell things there that I might not share on social media. So, and just stay tuned, stay connected with us and never miss a beat. So you can find that link in the show notes as well. I cannot wait to connect with you again next time. Take care.